Hi there, Dr. Sargent, physical therapist with Sargent Wellness, and today I want to share with you some tips for your spring and summer travel. So if you're taking long road trips or getting on an airplane, having to carry luggage, and just sitting for long periods, that could be really problematic, especially if you're already dealing with some chronic injury or chronic areas of stiffness. So here are a couple of my favorite tips to help keep me feeling good despite an 8 or 9 hour car ride, say, to the beach. So a couple of things you want to have on hand. If you don't already have a lumbar support, that's super helpful, especially if you're going to be driving or a passenger for more than a few hours. I keep one of these in my car at all times. It straps around the seat and you can adjust it, but basically it's just meant to help prompt and give you feedback to maintain good posture throughout your car ride. So a way you can make one of your own is by using a medium-sized towel, so a small bath towel or a large hand towel, and fold it up. So it's about 6 inches or so, and then you would put that in the small of your back. So if this simulates the car, you would sit all the way back, and instead of kind of rounding and reaching towards the steering wheel or kind of slouching up on the seat, you're prompted to kind of keep your back more upright and maintain the natural, safe curve in your lumbar spine. So if you had actual lumbar support, and you'll find this link in the email for this one specifically, you would just position that same thing. And so of course your seat would be reclined back, it wouldn't be perfectly erect like the wall, but this can be super helpful in just helping kind of give you that proprioceptive feedback as to how your spine should be maintained when you drive. Next thing is, this is something that's super handy to keep on hand, and this is a lacrosse ball. So I like this for a couple of reasons. It's easy to travel, and I keep one with me at all times, even when I'm not taking long trips. But a couple of my go-to movements with the lacrosse ball is I might get some mid-back or upper shoulder stiffness, especially if I'm riding for more than a couple hours. And what I do with this is just position it where I'm feeling stiff. So right inside of the mid-back, inside of the shoulder blade, and I'm just gonna kind of push that into my seat. And I might do a couple arm raises, so I'm just kind of getting some release through that muscle. And you would be pushing this into your car seat or your airplane seat, and it just kind of gives you a way to be hands off but still give yourself a little bit of a relief. You can also position this if you're somebody that kind of gets a little sensation of tightness or discomfort in the hamstrings. You would just position it underneath your thigh. Careful, as you don't want to feel any numbness or tingling when you do this move. It should be comfortable. It shouldn't cause you not to be able to carry on a conversation. And you don't want to get any zinging or numbness or tingling. So I would keep it in whatever position you prefer and where you're feeling like you're getting a good relief. I'd say no more than a minute or two. And one last tool that you could implement using is if you had 2 lacrosse balls or 2 tennis balls, you can tape those together, and that can be really handy. So this I really like for the mid-back. So I would position it so that that divot between the balls is where my spine is, so where the bones are. So those will just kind of give you that little massage along the mid-back, so around the shoulder blades, and you can go down as low as just below the shoulder blades. And here, if you're in the car, of course, you're not going to be rolling or moving a whole lot. It's more of a position and just kind of focus on breathing and relaxing into the ball. I really like the double lacrosse ball too for the hamstring, because we can take that, the center of our hamstring is where your sciatic nerve travels, and so that can be particularly sensitive. So if you've got 2 of them taped together, it's a little easier to dodge that sensitive place. And I might just bend and straighten my knee. I might shift a little bit more weight into my right side. That's where I have the ball, and then off. And then I might just roll it up or down a little bit. So those are a few tips I like to keep on hand, and I wanted to let you guys know just so you could hopefully have a more comfortable travel this spring and summer. All right, see you next time.